When we look at a map, we see destinations, beaches, mountains, sanctuaries. But the map lies. There are coordinates on this planet that are not destinations. They are traps. Places where the earth, the water, and the air are actively hunting you. Welcome to the Forbidden Zones. Location 1. The Silent Lake, August 21st, 1986. Northwestern Cameroon. A quiet evening near Lake Nyos. The lake didn't flood. It didn't boil. It just burped. Deep below the surface of this crater lake, a pocket of magma had been slowly leaking carbon dioxide into the water. A sudden disturbance caused the lake to undergo a rare limnic eruption. A massive 1.6 million ton cloud of magmatic CO2 broke the surface. Because carbon dioxide is heavier than air, it didn't float away. It rolled down into the valley at nearly 60 miles per hour, completely displacing all the oxygen. In total silence, the invisible cloud asphyxiated 1,746 people and over 3,000 animals within a 15-mile radius. There were no signs of trauma, no signs of struggle. The victims simply died in their sleep, or exactly where they stood. It was nature's perfect, untraceable mass casualty event. Location 2. The Viral Cave. If Lake Nyos is an invisible killer, Kitum Cave in Kenya is a biological weapon waiting to be unleashed. Extending 700 feet into the side of Mount Elgon, this cave is famous because wild elephants actually venture deep into the pitch-black darkness to mine the salt-rich walls with their tusks. But they are not the only residents. The cave is home to massive colonies of Egyptian fruit bats. The powdered bat guano coating the cave floor is a natural reservoir for the Marburg virus, a highly virulent pathogen similar to Ebola. In 1980, a French engineer visited the cave. Shortly after leaving, he died of severe hemorrhagic fever. 7 years later, a Danish schoolboy explored the exact same cavern and suffered the exact same agonizing fate. With a fatality rate of up to 88%, there are no fences around Kitum Cave. It relies on a different kind of barrier, absolute terror. Location 3. The Venus of Europe. Not all forbidden zones were created by nature. Some we made ourselves. Welcome to the Zone Rouge in northeastern France. A century ago, this was a thriving region. Then came World War I. An estimated 1.5 billion artillery shells were fired on this front, and nearly 30% of them never exploded. After the war, the French government cordoned off 460 square miles, deeming it permanently unfit for human habitation. Today, the ground is still heavily saturated with unexploded ordnance, mercury, lead, and chemical weapons like mustard gas. In some areas, the soil contains up to 17% arsenic. The toxicity is so extreme that scientists have compared the chemical makeup of these hotspots to the hostile surface of Venus. Over the decades, hundreds of cleanup workers have lost their lives trying to clear it. Location 4. The Acid Crater. For our next coordinate, we leave the toxic forests and enter the furnace. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. Located in the Afar Triangle, this hydrothermal field sits roughly 420 feet below sea level. It is widely considered the hottest inhabited place on the planet, with average annual temperatures hovering around 96 degrees Fahrenheit, and summer days regularly topping 118 degrees. But the heat, though, isn't the real monster. The landscape is formed by magma interacting with deep salt deposits. It is a hostile environment of boiling sulfuric acid pools with a pH near zero, the equivalent of battery acid. It is entirely sterile, a psychedelic fever dream of toxic chlorine gas and neon salt flats. It is so
Copy that.
utterly alien
Initiating soil
that
sample
NASA
collection
scientists
now.
use it as a physical analog for studying the surface of Mars. Location 5. The Ocean Trap. Sometimes the Earth and the ocean conspire to create a trap together. This is the skeleton coast of Namibia. Local tribes call it the land God made in anger. It is where one of the world's driest deserts slams directly into the freezing, violent Atlantic. A constant, blinding fog hangs over the water, luring ships directly onto the jagged rocks. The shoreline is a graveyard of rusted hulls and bleached whale bones. If you survive a shipwreck here, there is no salvation waiting on the beach. Your prize is hundreds of miles of waterless, shifting dunes, shared with desert lions that wait patiently in the mist. Location 6. The Untouched Shore. Our final location doesn't use venom, gas, or extreme heat to keep you away. It uses absolute, unrelenting hostility. North Sentinel Island in the Indian Ocean, home to one of the last uncontacted tribes on Earth. They do not want our technology. They do not want our medicine. And they absolutely do not want our presence. Approaching within 5 nautical miles is strictly illegal under Indian law. The perimeter isn't just to protect the Sentinelese from modern diseases. It is to protect you. Anyone who steps foot on the pristine white sand is immediately met with a barrage of arrows. They do not issue warnings. They simply eliminate the threat. Humans are engineered for curiosity. We see a boundary, and we want to cross it. But the map is drawn with warnings for a reason. Some places aren't waiting to be discovered. They are waiting for you to make a mistake.
Before you go, don't forget to drop a comment below and let us know where you are watching from tonight. If you survived this journey, give us a like, share this video with someone who loves the unknown, and subscribe to the channel for more dark tourism and travel horror discoveries. Stay curious, but stay alive.